Hello, my lunatic friend. It's the Crypto Lunatic bringing you an update from the cafe in the moon. On the moon here, and what I'm looking to do is to see which of these cryptos are destined to join me here. Who is coming to the moon? And who is ready to pump that is price suppressed at the moment? So today I'm going to take you on an exploration. We're going to talk about alt season, whether it's here or not. We're going to talk about what alt season is, and we're going to talk about what AI engines think are the cryptos primed for 10, 20, 30, 40, and 50x gains, or the possibilities of them reaching that. So it's a bit of fun today. It's definitely not financial advice. And for those of you that are new to crypto, let's talk about alt season. What is it? Alt season is quite simply where more cryptos are outperforming Bitcoin than usual. Usually Bitcoin outperforms everything else, and that's Bitcoin season. Now, there might be one or two altcoins that outperform Bitcoin, but generally it is stronger than most of the other altcoins. So it's the safest bet in crypto. And alt season is the free for all when people start thinking, oh, we can make more money in other coins. So they start to release their positions in Bitcoin and to put it into altcoins where they think they can make more money, which they'll ultimately put back into Bitcoin when they see the season turn. So the game here is timing the market and getting into alt season at the right time. And also the game is getting into cryptos before they pump. Now, you'll see that most other channels that you see in crypto only talk about coins as they're pumping or when they're pumped. That is not the game of this channel. We're looking to find the entry points before that happens. So with that in mind, my friend, join me on a little journey. So first and foremost, we ask Perplexity, which cryptos are price suppressed? So it's gone for some quite heavy duty cryptos, the bigger altcoins, the XRP, the HBAR, the Aptos, the SUI, the Polygon, and Lil Pepe seems to be the anomaly on this chart because that's the only one that isn't a major layer one blockchain on that list. So let's bring this alive to you because this is not a hopium channel. I like to think that I'm not going to be talking about 50x gains if it's not realistic. Now, let's look at the realism level as assessed through an AI engine here. That the odds of a 10x for XRP are about 12%. Now, bear this in mind this year. So you're probably going to make money with all of these coins. But how much is the game? Now, Lil Pepe, obviously being a smaller market cap, is a far more likelihood, and the only one here with even a above a 1% chance of doing a 50x. So set your expectations around this, my friends, that these are what it says. And on the notes, that XRP has legal uncertainty, suppressed price for years. So the ETF rumors and digital payments expansion could spark rapid rallies if the ETF is approved. Now, XRP has been in a court case for years now, and the Trump administration is in and they're crypto friendly. So it's looking good for XRP. HBAR will follow suit. Aptos and SUI all have strong tech, real enterprise, DeFi momentum, and haven't yet moved as rapidly as some of the peers during the BTC cycles. Now, Polygon has been a huge disappointment. This was massive in the last cycle, and I'm really miffed as to find why it's been so price suppressed. But you can almost certainly look at gains with Polygon. And Lil Pepe, well, that's your degen, slightly above degen play, but it's speculative. But a real layer two utility and meme momentum could drive high volatility or huge volatility. Lower cap means that it's a higher moonshot possibility, but a far greater risk. So you're talking risk reward here, my friends. Let's ask ChatGPT the same question. So first it talks about things you have to consider when you're assessing this, but let's go through the candidates. So Chainlink. Now that's a good percentage chance of a 10x. So realistically, we can expect a 5x, possibly a 10x. 20x, still reasonable for a big cap coin, but you're not really going to get much more than that. VeChain, another big crypto that's been a disappointment so far. So you'll see, look, a much higher possibility of a 10x with VeChain. And I have done reviews on these. So even a 2% chance of a 50x. So this is just, these are big coins. Again, Polygon Matic. So here a 10x 40%. This is good. 10x returns are good, my friends. If you can get 10x returns on your cryptos, count yourself lucky. And don't be listening to all of this 100x nonsense that you're going to get from a lot of other crypto influencers. If you get 10x returns, you take profits. Just do it. Just do that, my friend. Do yourself a favor. Same with Elrond, Harmony One, much higher part of a 10x. These are all established cryptos. So these are less dodgy plays. These are not quite degen. We're not moving into the degen zone. It's not giving us degen coins here. Algorand, another established layer one blockchain. Zilliqa, we're moving down the market cap slightly now. So that's about sharding technology. You can look that up. Cosmos, another layer one, an internet computer. As many of you know, I don't rate this project, but it will probably make some money. So here you go. The final thoughts. It's investing in crypto is speculative and high risk. The potential for significant gains or losses is real. So consider conducting thorough research. Now, this is nothing that you don't already know. Undervalued cryptos, according to Grok. Now, bear in mind, Grok is where all the Twitter influencers come, and most projects are on Grok. So you can look through their selection criteria should you wish to. And selected cryptocurrencies. Now, these have gone a lot more degen, a lot lower cap. So we've got Zig Chain. Now, some of these I might look into. I may circle back. Humanity Protocol. Under 50 million market cap. These are much more potential for bigger gains. So just look at the percentages. 2% of a 50x, 5% of a 40x, 15% of a 30x. Now, you can look at these, look at the percentages, and by all means research these coins should you wish to, or leave a comment. If you want me to research any of them, I'll be happy to circle back. Drift. Again, look, a 45% chance of a 10x and even a 5% chance of a 50x. Now, this is slightly moving into the degen zone. And this is an exchange on Solana. Solana, the most popular, used ecosystem. So that might be worth looking into. Drift. Popcat, a popular meme coin. And look, a 50% chance of a 10x. Now, this is going to be interesting territory, and even a 10% chance of a 50x. So for you memesters out there, Popcat may be worth looking into. So Onyx Coin or XCN, another undervalued one. You can look at the percentages here. Analysis. So there's no definitive evidence of deliberate price suppression. So lots of triggers, and by all means, pause this and read this should you wish to, my friends. I won't read it all out for you because we're only really interested in the percentages. And what I'm trying to get to you here is to give you some prompts to go out and do this stuff yourself, to start asking the right questions to AI search engines to get you looking in the right places. So conclusion. While no cryptocurrency is guaranteed to deliver 10 to 50x gains, Zig Chain, Humanity Protocol, Drift Protocol, Popcat, and Onyx Coin stand out as undervalued candidates with strong potential during a 2025 alt season. Their likelihoods of explosive gains depend on the market conditions, adoption, and community momentum. So investors should approach these opportunities with caution, thorough research, and high risk tolerance. So there you go, my friends. Now let's also go. I've gone to the altcoin index. And what we see here is that we've been firmly entrenched in Bitcoin season for a while now. For a while, my friends. Look, pretty much since the beginning of March. We've been entrenched in Bitcoin season, and now look at the sharp rise. Look at the sharp rise. Now, yes, this could be a decoy. It could be a fake out, but it's strongly looking like we're heading into an alt season. And if you wait till it gets to here, a lot of the gains are going to be made. So the game is to get in before the pumps, my friends. And here you can see where the pumps have happened. So going into Pengu now is not a good idea, my friends, or Bonk, or Hype, or Aave. These have already shot up. The game will be because at some stage, all of them pump. So these could be the front runners. They may pump harder, but you've got BTC here. So the stuff close to it is a nice balanced risk of not quite massively pumped, but doing all right. Stuff like XRP, HBAR. I wouldn't recommend Bitcoin Cash. That's a bit of an algo, an established blockchain, but that has been pumping lately. That was probably down here last week. You'll see this chart change wildly over time. It may be worth looking into pump.fun because, I mean, it's a very well used exchange. I'll be interested to see why this is so price suppressed at the moment. Pi, I know there's been a lot of token unlocks. I'm not really sure as to why these ones have been price suppressed. I've done a review on VeChain. Will that have its day in the sun? AVAX, a big layer one. Will that have its day in the sun? We don't really know, my friends. It's a guessing game. All you can do is check upcoming events and data to the best of your capabilities to make your own informed decision. Because every influencer and their dog is about to become a genius. And you're going to hear this a lot. If you'd picked these coins when I told you to go into them at the lowest point and sold them at the high, you would have made, and they'll have their little charts telling you how much money you would have made. What those charts will not include is all of the absolute rubbish that they've shelled through there. The top 10 coins that would have absolutely got you rinsed. And not only that, did they come out on the time where it was time to sell and tell you to sell these coins? Probably not, my friends. Probably not. And for that reason, you need to keep your emotions in check. Keep your emotions in check and don't get too greedy. Because if you make a 10x, thank your lucky stars and wait for the next alt season, my friends, probably circa around about 4 years' time. Get yourself in Bitcoin, hold off until the market retraces, put some money back in Bitcoin and wait. There you go. That's the game for the seasoned investors, but this is not financial advice, and I'm just a lunatic. And if you've enjoyed this update and you want more of the same, then please do subscribe to the channel and enjoy your time when you get here with me on the moon.